And we're live.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect and how it affects them and the price of milk. Thank you. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe down below.
Hello, welcome everyone. I hope you all had a great week. It's been a really interesting, wild week where we are. We've had some interesting weather, but today turned out to be really nice. Hopefully, everyone had a great week. Let's see, we've got Jeff here and my mom here. We're also going to be joined by Sandy. And I have some things to share from Teresa's group while we're waiting, guys. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and present that. We've got 6 things I want to present from Teresa's group. The Mandela Reality Residue Hunters. Okay, I think this is the one. All right, do you guys see this one? Okay, so Teresa Lynch posted this in her group. Have you ever heard of the story of this dog in World War II? Apparently, Smokey was a 4-pound, 7-inch tall Yorkshire Terrier who served in World War II. In 1944, Smokey was found in a foxhole in the jungles of New Guinea by an American soldier who brought her back to camp and sold her to Corporal William A. Wynn for $6.44. For the next 2 years, Smokey lived a soldier's life. Because she was not an official military dog, she did not get dog food or medical care. She shared Wynn's meals and slept beside him in his tent. The little dog even flew 12 air and sea rescue and photo reconnaissance missions. Secured in the soldier's backpack, she survived 150 air raids and saved Wynn by warning him of incoming shells. Like many Yorkies, Smokey also loved to learn tricks and perform. She did so with the special services, entertaining soldiers in hospitals. After the war, Smokey was flown back to the U.S., hidden in a oxygen mask carrying case. For the next 10 years, she made television and public appearances in veterans' hospitals until her death in 1957. Smokey is considered the first therapy dog. Imagine that, guys. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyone ever heard of it? Anybody? Any dog lovers out there? I know there's got to be some of you out there who love dogs. I am. I love dogs. So cute. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Did you ever heard of that, Mom?
No. Smokey the dog. I heard Smokey the bear, but Smokey that little.
Yeah, you said Smokey the bear.
Smokey the bear.
What do you remember? Was it Smokey the bear or was it Smokey Bear?
Smokey the bear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nobody ever said smoke.
Only you can prevent wildfires or forest fires.
No, it was a Smokey bear.
Smokey the bear.
Mm.
The bears.
The bears.
The bears.
No.
And that was from a Saturday Night Live skit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that?
It was George Wendt from Cheers.
Oh,
Guest
yeah.
star and do that part.
wasn't it Chris Farley? Chris Farley was in that skit.
He was in that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Chris Farley.
Me too.
He was funny.
Teresa Lynch posted this one in the group. Apparently, there's a new statue that appears on Easter Island, and this is seems like Easter Island keeps changing. You know, this was found in a dried up lake bed. A new moai statue appears in a dry lake in the Chilean island of Rapa Nut. I guess it's Rapa Nut. Joining the approximately 1,000 and other iconic monolithic sculptures, or what is now or known as Easter Island. The new find raises the potential for additional moai finds in the future. So she posted this. I'll have to click on it. Is it share? Hold on. Of course, it's going to be loaded with ads, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so there's this dried lake. It reveals this new moai thing. I want to see pictures, Teresa. Maybe next time, throw some pictures. I guess I can play this video. I hope it's not copyright.
Now the stunning Michael Strange. We know all the moai statues speckle Easter Island.
Okay, hold on. So this is that dried up lake I was telling you guys about. And this is what they found.
This place.
We have a lot more from Easter Island coming up.
Out of carbon-14, or in what was previously a lake. So this is a first. Researchers taking note of the smaller size of this discovered statue. It's important to carry out a carbon-14 study to be able to know how old the moai is in this place.
We have a lot more from Easter Island coming.
All right, so you guys are more than welcome to check that out if you'd like. About that Easter Island statue that they found. What did you guys think about that one?
That's crazy. And Easter Island does keep changing, which is really weird.
Yeah, but didn't we say like some of those statues are wearing hats now? I think.
Yeah, and they were never wearing hats before.
Yeah, and they even have like googly eyes, like you know how like cartoons look when their eyes are wide open. That's what they look like on Easter Island now. Some of the statues.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Wow, looks like we got. Let's do a few shout outs. Jeff, you want to do a few shout outs for me?
Yeah. Let's see who we got here. Got Rick Satterwhite. We got Bellator Senex. Trivia Nostalgist. And that's it so far. And we have a bunch of lurkers.
All right. That's good. We're off to a good start. So another post that Teresa posted in her group. Does anyone live in San Diego, California? Did anyone hear mysterious loud booms on Monday? So there was apparently there were some serious loud booms. Matt Reed posted here official statement. It was a 1,000-pound meteor that impacted and caused the boom, but where is the impact crater? Yeah, where is the crater? That's what I'm wondering. So I hope this isn't clickbait. I'm gonna click it. Let's see. Okay, so this loud boom was heard and felt in San Diego area. Of course, it's always going to be, they cannot confirm it. It says here, although I cannot confirm the exact noise, booms, or shakes you're referring to and its cause, but here at Camp Pendleton, we are conducting routine live fire training and high explosive munitions that may be heard throughout that time of day. that was coming from a nearby base. Anyways, just some interesting stories here.
Mm-hmm.
So did they find out what that noise was?
Well, that if you look, Matt Reed posted. He said it was a meteor. I don't know. I'd be wondering where that crater is too.
Yeah, because wouldn't there be one, obviously? So what's up with that?
It's strange.
Yeah.
Another post from Teresa. She says here, to Buffy fans everywhere, did you know there was an unaired pilot episode? Did you have any idea of that? There are different actors and actresses in it too. I never knew this existed. Just found out today. So apparently there's an unaired pilot. I'm not going to click on that only because I know it's going to be copyright.
Yeah.
You guys are more than welcome to click on that if you like. All right, let's see what we got next. Don't worry, we're getting to the good stuff, guys. Hang in there. We're going to be talking about some brand new Mandela effects soon. Let's see. Teresa says, I was watching The Girl Lele on Netflix and came across this residue. For Houston, we have a problem. Current reality has it, Houston, we've had a problem here. The Mandela effect keeps changing. So, but there is residue here. Let me play it. It says, I'm from Houston, we have a problem. Now, Jeff, you said you live in Texas.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, what? How do people over there do they say Houston, we have a problem? Have you heard people say it before?
No, I don't really hear people referencing it.
Really?
Maybe if they live in Houston, they do, but not where I'm at. But the people I asked about that particular effect remember it, you know, the way it is now and the way we
You
always
mean
remembered
Houston,
it.
we've
But
had a
that's a
problem?
flip-flop. It had changed to Houston, we've had a problem, and then it flip-flopped back, as we all know, to Houston, we have a problem. But everybody remembers it as Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, but now it's Houston. We have a problem here or something.
It changed again?
I think so. We might have to double check that one.
Yeah.
Mom, would you mind double checking that one? Maybe on your phone. Could you have a look at that one? The Houston, we have a problem, and see if it's changed.
Yeah, I could. Checking.
All right, so this next one, Teresa says here, how do you remember the skirts looking from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off? It definitely wasn't this pattern of flowers. Part of me is remembering a pattern of it being maybe plain print or something similar. I don't know. I kind of thought they were like poodle skirts, weren't they? Or something maybe? I don't know.
I
It's been a
remember
while.
them as plain skirts.
Plain skirts. That seems more accurate, actually.
They definitely didn't look like that. And that's one of my favorite movies from the 80s. I have the movie, I watch it, from time to time, and I never noticed that with the dresses. That looks really weird to me.
And what do you guys think about that? Anyone in the comments? Or anyone in the chat?
Got 15 people watching, but not a lot of people chatting yet. A lot of lurkers.
The Facebook user says, it's definitely Houston. We have a problem.
Brian,
Yeah.
I found out something about it was in April 13th, 1970 that the now famous words were spoken from Apollo 13. Houston, we have a problem. Apollo 13 had just experienced an explosion. An astronaut, Jim Lovell, called Mission Control in Houston to report the problem.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where I heard it, because I remember it saying, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Even Rick Satterwhite says, I always knew it to be Houston. We have a problem.
Oh. I don't know
Yeah.
how far back, though, I remember it. I always thought it was, Houston, we have a problem.
Well, speaking of problems, in case you all are new here, we have a fundraiser going on right now for Walter Hughes and Brandy Hughes. And Sandy could probably explain this better than I can with this, but it's on GoFundMe. To anyone who could be, to all who could be of assistance, I truly need your help. It says, my name is Heather. I'm at a loss for words, but I'll explain my family situation the best way I'm able to. I have 2 teenage nephews and a disabled niece. I'll just let Sandy explain it. How's that? Because this is like serious here. Jeff, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this one? I'm trying to find the best way to talk about it. I mean, it's for Hebrew.
It's for Hebrew, yeah, and Hebrew and Heather. It's for Walter and Brandy Hughes. Unfortunately, Brandy, she was murdered, right, in 2019, and then was Walter her brother?
I think so. So died on 2/22/23.
Well, he had committed suicide, and the kids are left with
Yeah.
with no parents. So I guess they were together then, weren't they? They were a couple, so it wasn't her brother.
Right.
But unfortunately, the kids are living with a non-blood relative, and they need to raise some funds for the kids, and because they have no parents now. Unfortunately, it's a very tragic situation. And I mean, we know a lot of people don't have a whole lot of money right now, but if anybody could
if
donate.
you can send this to somebody, it tells you we had an anonymous donor, $100 here, 10 and 50, and just whatever you can to help, and I gave 5, but I'm going to give more, as we get closer. Of course, I'm going to give more and more. Yeah, so they definitely need help, guys, because these kids are growing up without their parents.
And anything you could give is appreciated. Prayers are appreciated as well.
Yes, thank you. And this should be about the time Sandy should be ready by now. Let's see. Maybe I need to refresh Flickr here, guys. Sandy back there? Not yet. All right. Well, I don't know if it's gonna like interrupt anything. I hope not. If I'm in the Flickr. Wow. So it seems like yesterday we had this show, but I'm looking back, I'm like, wow, February? Yeah, February 25th was our last show, guys. Okay.
Sandy is coming.
Anybody remember that movie, The Shining? Anybody?
I do.
Yep.
Oh, there's Sandy. Hey, Sandy.
Hi.
Hey, Sandy.
Good timing. Good timing. Great timing. So can we start with The Shining first?
No, the order is start with the logos at the bottom. You're going backwards.
Okay, then we'll do Shining next.
No, Brian. The order I made. Oh yes, you're right. I did do it that way.
Yeah. I always start from the bottom, Sandy.
Yes, the bottom starts with the logos. That's the new one.
Yes. But I was going to let you talk about that one since you're more of the graphics designer.
I'm trying to get to the show on my channel.
Okay. Everybody see that?
Okay,
Yes.
so this is an Avon catalog. First of all, hi everyone. Thank you again to Teresa for helping me sort all this. This is an Avon catalog from 1974. Brian, you want to show off all the issues with the text in 1974?
Do you see it on the screen?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Okay. That's probably bigger. You guys see that?
Yes.
That is better, yes.
Yes. All right. Now we're looking more like a fuller audience. We got 23 people watching.
Yay.
And I can pretty much guarantee you with that 23 people watching that 2 of you will have the same birthday. It's a 50-50 shot, okay? We talked about that before. All right. Yeah, so explain these again. These are from an Avon catalog or whatever?
Yes, 1974 Avon catalog.
Look at that weird R in Baroness. That looks weird. Wait, 1974. Wasn't that significant, Mom? To you and Dad?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, look at all these cut off letters. These weird B's and R's and P's. Look at that.
That shouldn't be like that in 74.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, I don't remember that like that. And there's regular E's there too. Look at house and the. That looks so ridiculous to me. Carol Burnett. I can't say it. Carol Burnett. Look at the A and the C, and the T's are completely merged.
Do you remember that, Mom? The Carol Burnett show? Do you remember the T's being merged?
No, but what's this Carl Burnett? There's no O.
Yeah, where's the O?
No, guys, I'm zoomed in. It's blocking the O.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The O is there.
Okay. That was about to upset me. I was about to check my DVD covers.
Yeah, I would have mentioned that. I would have done a whole folder for name change to Carl. So check this out. We're going to be talking about this Max Factor product in one of the folders tonight.
Yeah.
But look how the C and the T and the O and the R are connected. That is so weird. And iLore, this logo is from 1967.
A skinny line.
Sorry, I was answering Esther. I'm trying to get back. They did it, the update on my iPad. I hate it. I'm sorry. They want to get back to the video. So Teresa submitted this. Ditto's soft water ditto jeans. Never heard of them, but check out the tees. And it has a period at the end for absolutely no reason. And the bottom image, I haven't verified yet. Go back. I haven't verified yet. That's why I just threw it in here. But I do not remember white dots in the middle of Yogi Bear, Tom from Tom and Jerry, and Quick Draw McGraw. I don't remember a
No,
dot in the center of the eye. So this
no.
could be just this image. That's why I threw it in here for now, because I haven't had time to research it yet.
Mm-mm.
That looks weird. It shouldn't be like that.
Correct. So I showed this the show to Jeff the other night. Forever. I do not remember the O shaped like that. 20th Century Fox has that O, that weird, crooked, huge O. And it's connected to the R. The R is connected to the E. I don't remember it looking like that. Now, fat oil is a new product, guys. So this isn't a change, but the A is going down into the I, the T is going down into the L. I'm just pointing, and the A is broken. I'm just pointing out that this is a new product. This is not a change. It's just that, this is what they're used to doing in this reality. So, not a change, new product. I hear it's a very good product, but that logo is not a Mandela. That is just brand new, using what they do with fonts today, which is not our reality.
But now, what is the difference between something like that and vector graphics? Because I've heard vector graphics are similar to these broken letters and stuff that
No,
they
it's not
do.
what that is.
Not at
No.
all.
Vector means it's a line drawing. Vector
Okay.
is you manipulate the lines. Like you would use a vector program is Illustrator. Whereas Photoshop uses pixels. So it's pixels versus vector.
Yeah, get the heck out of here. Budweiser never went outside the bow tie.
Yeah, I don't remember it going outside the bow tie, and it's merged 3 different places. Do you guys remember this?
No, that looks really wrong.
Yeah, weird.
And
That's
Merge
the-
Mansion, I see this ad all the time, and it is completely merged. It was never merged.
You see the G and the E?
I know, the GE, the ME, the NAN. Never like that.
So now it's merged mansion.
It is merged mansion.
The
Yes.
D?
Now I have to check the logo history on Budweiser. I don't know if it's just this one or if it's through time. Actually, I'm going to do that really quick. Or Jeff, is anyone able to go on Logopedia and check it?
I could check it.
Can you please? Because I have to look at what he's showing next.
Yeah.
And explain it.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
check
you.
it. You're welcome.
So next slide, Brian, while Jeff's checking on Budweiser.
Okay.
Does anyone remember Bud Dry? Teresa does not remember Bud Dry.
Yes.
My
Bud
friend
Light.
No,
Bud
I don't
Light.
remember. Well, Jeff remembers Dry, but I do not. Francine does not. Teresa does not.
I don't.
Yeah, they had those famous commercials. Why ask why? Try Bud Dry.
I have never heard that in my life.
I've
Jeff.
never heard of it either, Jeff. And I've watched tons of beer commercials.
Yeah, they used to play it all the time during the baseball games that I used to watch.
And I'm
Okay,
not saying,
so Jeff was in a different reality than us when this was released. General Sorrow's mind is blown right now. So
I've never heard of Bud Dry.
So yeah. Now Bud Ice, we've heard of Bud Ice. Look at the eye. Look at the eye. It's only on one side. That looks so weird. And now this may not be a Mandela. I'm just asking. Has anyone ever seen dots as dashes like this before? I've just never seen it before. So I figured I'd throw it in.
Wait, which one?
The dashes over the I and the umlaut over the A are dashes instead of dots. I've never seen them used as dashes before. It could just be the design. I'm not saying this is a Mandela. I'm just saying I've never seen the dashes as dots before. So this R is literally going into that word off to the side. and it's broken. And look at the E's. And then the K is going into the N in Henry. The G is going into the R in Henry. Wicked Ale. Who remembers Wicked Ale? Because this stuff was discontinued in 2015. I don't remember it being discontinued that long ago. But it is all merged. And it's merged differently everywhere. So here you can see the A and the L is merged. The W goes behind Pete's and disappears in some where there's images. And in others you can see the W. The D and the K are connected. But then if you go to the next set of logos, check this out. So it's orange on the bottom left because it's not quite connected yet. They're like, there's little separations there. But then later on, it's just a bar across the top, totally merged. Here we have honey wheat merged, NEY and EA, just EA and the WH. And here Wicked Ale is unmerged at the bottom left, like I remember it. It's merged again at the top. So I don't know if this one's a Mandela effect. I've never heard of Olympia beer, but the IA is merged and it goes all the way back. That logo in the top left is from the 1940s. Again, I don't know these products. Red, white, and blue. Do you see it there, how it's all broken? Well, I also found it unbroken, which we're going to see next. But look at these E's. And the AL is merged. Look at that. The E's are like almost closed off. Like a little house fell on its side.
I just, once you see it, Sandy, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, or an arrow. And then the NE is also merged. It's Valentine's Pale Ale, imported pale ale. And that was 1910, guys. So here's red, white, and blue without those breaks in it. No merging. So I don't know the beer, but it looks like it may have changed. Now, this is actual residue of Pikachu on the top left. Here's how you can tell the difference between Pichu and Pikachu. On the bottom right, Pichu has black rimmed ears going all the way. They're flat ears. He's got a black like collar and an all black tail, whereas Pikachu does not have a black collar. His ears are like rounded points with a little black tip, and now his tail doesn't have a black tip. So the rounded tip is the female, the squared off tip is the male. So the top image is residue of the female Pikachu with a black tip tail. We also have Cinderella with not a black headband, and Uncle Sam's hat. I had to block it out because it was a risque image from Glee. So the purple and blue boxes were to compare side to side. So this is from Teresa.
That was good residue.
Yes, residue for Houston. We have a problem. Jeff is backstage. He got kicked out. There's an echo, Brian.
Mirror, mirror
Brian,
on the wall. What?
There's an echo when you play video.
Right now?
There was. Yes. Yeah, I hear it twice. Which one of you has YouTube playing in the background? Everybody lower your volume on YouTube.
Who's watching it on YouTube?
Not me.
Not me.
I don't know, but it's definitely echoing. Maybe it's your computer.
Am I watching it?
I hear something.
What if I mute it? If it's coming from me.
Play it again, Brian.
Hold on, what am I playing?
Just play it again while your mom's muted.
Are the second fairest.
Now there, it just sound. Maybe it's the video.
On the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Brian, maybe it's just the video because it's echoing like crazy.
Yeah, it
I
seems
hear
like
it twice.
it's a little bit of a poor quality, but that's okay.
Yeah, so the first part is residue, mirror, mirror on the wall. But they say who's the fairest one of all instead of who's the fairest of them all, like it should be. Yeah, the O is weird, but I didn't know General Sorrow because I've never seen it before.
So
It's
I
almost like
checked. Sorry,
it
Sam.
has. It's okay. It's almost like the O is a diamond on the inside, with points on the inside and the outside. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
So I checked the Budweiser logos, and since 1999, it's been like that.
Get out
No
of here!
way.
Stop it!
Yep.
No.
Not my
So,
reality.
that's a Mandela.
No, that's just a Mandela.
All right, so now we're going to talk about The Shining. So the final shot of The Shining, showing the 1921 4th of July ball with Jack Torrance pictured front and center, has changed for me. So which pose do you remember Jack Torrance having in the photo? Hands down, hands up, or hands up and down?
You keep breaking up, Brian. Just to give you a heads up.
Okay, is it hands down, hands up, or hands up and down?
1, 2, or 3, everyone in the chat, please. Or chats. And who's watching Brian's chat?
Me.
I'm watching my chat.
Okay. What do you guys remember? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, that's a hard one.
One.
Number 1. I say 1.
I remember
General-
1, hands down.
Yeah. Like
I'm
on the board.
going to say 2.
General Sorrow has no memory. That's a horrible affliction. It
I think
is.
his hands were showing.
I've had computers that tell me all the time they're out of memory.
Out of memory. Is anyone answering in Brian's chat?
Yeah, let me see, we've got Rick Satterwhite who says 1. Trivia Nostalgia says all 3.
What?
I said 2. Kimberly Patrick says 2. General Sorrow says out of memory, LOL.
Mine was 1.
Okay, well, we can go on. There's not that many folders tonight, guys, so participation makes the show longer. Go on, Brian.
All right, so we've covered The Shining a few times before. So I think I'm fighting an update. I'm having a dual memory of both arms down and both arms up. So here's the thing. They both look right to me.
So I remember I'm having a dual memory of 1 and 2. They both look right to me.
Yeah, what I do not remember is the current reality photo, 1 hand up, 1 hand down, which mirrors the Baphomet, as above, so below. This isn't the first time we've seen this either.
Wow. And that's now?
Yep.
Yeah, it's current reality. Ask Dad, does he
3.
remember that?
So number 3 is the current reality. The way it's always been is number 3.
It looks weird, man. While these aren't changes, we see this pose in Hollywood films a lot. But I did recently cover Forrest Gump changing like this. Really? So here are some examples. Now, what is that first one? Who is that girl? Who is that lady?
That's the girl from, I don't know her name. It's the girl from High School Musical.
Oh, okay. And of course, Indiana Jones. He's depicted like that too. Saturday Night Fever. And by the way, Saturday Night Fever, that logo is all jacked up. The A is triangular and then the R is broken. Yeah.
Yep, it's a mess.
To recap, I have no memory of Forrest Gump doing the peace sign with both hands, again in the Baphomet pose. So I'm not surprised that the photo in The Shining has changed this way also too.
So I couldn't find the image that I originally had. It's like a second off from the scene where you could see the peace sign at the bottom, but in my when I previously presented it, I zoomed in on it so you could see it's a peace sign in both hands.
Yeah.
And I don't remember that.
But here's the thing, Sandy, I've seen Jesus pictures where he's doing the as above, so below too.
No, Jesus puts the one hand up. He doesn't do it twice.
Okay,
He doesn't do the
he
two
doesn't do
fingers.
both?
He doesn't
Okay.
do the two fingers twice. No.
Okay. Did you know, by the way, he's got tattoos of writing on his arms?
Yeah, I know. It's been discussed. He's got a lot going on that he didn't have before. I don't even remember the moons on the sides. Like, there's so much going on with the Baphomet.
Yep.
So much.
Another thing that bothered me, which may not be an Emmy, is Danny Torrance's clothes. I do not remember the collars poking out of his sweaters. Do you?
You guys remember these collars?
No.
I just remember him wearing a sweater. I don't remember the collar. The collar's practically cutting off his face when he turns around on the bike.
Yeah,
I don't remember the collars at all.
And they don't match his outfit.
Do you
Not
remember,
at all.
Mom, you've seen this movie dozens of times. Do you remember that collar?
No, Danny had just a sweater.
Yep. And I could be completely wrong on this, but I have no memory of this sweater. I remember the blue sweater and the stars on it, which I didn't know were stars, but not the rocket, which is Apollo 11. Both the number 11 and Apollo are related to the Mandela effect.
You guys remember this rocket? Because Teresa does, but I do not. I have no memory of the rocket. It was just a blue sweater. I don't remember the rocket on the front.
Well, Stanley Kubrick, he did this as a to mimic make fun of Apollo. And
well, that's what Teresa said. She says because of this article, but it doesn't matter. It was never there for me, and I even have residue of it. We're gonna get to it. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. Do you want me to read that top part?
If you want, yeah, it's fine.
Well, it says here, did Stanley Kubrick confess his involvement in the moon thing landing through The Shining? So there are plenty of conspiracy theories out there that point to the fact that Stanley Kubrick confessed through The Shining that he was indeed involved in the big government hoax. Teresa does remember the rocket and even shared an article about the rocket on the sweater. But that doesn't change the fact that I have no memory of the rocket or the Apollo 11. I don't remember that either, Sandy.
I really don't. Stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. So what do we all think? Are any of these changes for you? Also above is some new residue of the twins with the dresses of the same length and the bows instead of roses on their dresses. Still pink ribbon instead of the white it should be, though.
So they're using pink ribbon. It was white, but now the bow is 3 roses. So this is residue. And here's residue of Jack with his arms down. Still got the arm reaching for his shoulder, but the arms are down. So here's residue of just no collar. Like the collar can be seen in the photo, but in these like artistic drawings, there you can't see the collar. And then from the front, all I see is blue and stars. I don't see a white rocket on the front. They could have left it out. And then the other 2 pictures is him turning around, that same image with just the sweater. There is no collar. There's no collar. It's just the sweater in the 2 drawings, like I remember.
Brian, Tom is backstage.
Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
Hey, Tom. Good to see you.
good seeing you too.
We're talking about the movie The Shining. I don't
Yeah, I
know
was watching that. I was at backstage for a little while.
What do you remember since you were watching it?
I can't really remember too much about this one.
Okay,
I haven't really followed that one.
no problem. I just covered it a Halloween or two ago, so it was fresh in my mind.
You know, they reference The Shining in what's that movie? It's about a video game.
Can't
I
think
don't know if they referenced The Shining in Bob's Burgers. They didn't show the scenes I needed, so I couldn't use it.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
So I guess the next thing is we're going to be talking about the USA flag again.
Yes, we are. We need
Okay.
to.
So
We
what's
need
going
to.
on now? Is there a new change with it, Sam?
Yeah, there is. There's a subtle, not so subtle, major change for me, but it's a subtle change, and I did everything in my power, to make it as easy as possible for you guys to see the difference. So, Jeff, do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Thank you, because I'm taking my medicine.
The American flag has changed for me again, but this time it's not the design that has changed. This time it's the official colors that have changed for me. In your memory, which flag above uses the official colors of the American flag? 1, 2, or 3?
Look, I know it's subtle, but it's not for me. Ryan, can you zoom in on the colors for them? Like zoom in on 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm leaning,
Easier to see the color.
I'm leaning toward 1.
Yeah, one. I'm voting for 1.
Same.
It's a light blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely the light blue. Why?
Okay, listen, I'm gonna before we go on, and before you read the answers in the chat. 1 is a lighter blue, lighter red. 2 is a darker blue, lighter red. And 3 is a darker blue, darker red. So 2 is a mix of 1 and 3. And 1 and 3 are other colors. So, can you please read the chat, Brian?
You mean for mine?
Yeah, because yours has everyone.
Okay, we have General Sorrow says 3. Frank Nunes says 1. Bellator Senec says 1. Adam for Christ 1. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so it's basically all ones, and because General Sorrow thinks it might be 1 because of his monitor color. So everybody's in agreement with 1. We can go on, Brian.
Yes.
I remember number 2, but I have also seen number 1. It's neither, though. Officially, the shades of the blue and red on the flag, called Old Glory Red and Old Glory Blue, have always been number 3. Wow.
Can we see a real flag?
We're going to get to it. It's coming. It's coming. So, guys, the red that I remember is the red on her shirt.
Yep.
The flag is darker. The blue is darker. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
I noticed this change while watching a throwback video related to a current event on YouTube of then White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, the good old days, wearing a red shirt next to the flag. The red in the flag was too dark. I couldn't help myself.
See, as a
I don't
woman,
blame you, buddy. You keep going on.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but for me, the old red that it should be is a warm red, and the red it is now is a cool red. The blue is a warm red. It was warm colors, and now it's cool colors. But don't worry, guys. I go into exact colors. It's coming up. Just bear with me. You all
Sure.
agreed that it was one, so
Yeah.
let's go on with it, Jeff. Go ahead.
All right. This might be one of those times where women can see subtleties in color variations better than men can because biology, but I now see a much darker red than it used to be. The flag colors were never dark red, white, and blue in my past. It's easy to find residue because number one, number three still exist. You can buy all the color variants, but official flags, the ones we see in the White House all the time, are the wrong color from my memory. Of all things, the American flag should not have variation like this. I agree.
Me too.
Yeah, isn't it true if you drop the flag on the ground, you're supposed to burn it?
Yes. Well, no, not anymore. That could have changed.
If you're
I
a
think they've
commie.
amended it. They want you to
Yeah,
clean it
right.
with soap and water now. Unless the only time it should be burned, and it should be burned in a ceremony. And the reason why it should be burned, like by your VFW hall, is because the materials it now uses are toxic. So it has to be a controlled burn.
Oh,
But back in the day, they were cotton, so you were supposed to burn them. You're not allowed to burn them now. They're made of nylon and all sorts of dyes. But now, if it touches the ground, you're supposed to wash it. It's only when they're tattered, when they're damaged, that they have to be burned.
You want to hear my spiritual take on the dimming of the colors?
Yes.
Well, the blue is getting dimmer and the red's getting dimmer. It shows that Old Glory's losing her glory, and that's what the state of America's in.
Sign
I
of the
believe
times.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not permanently at half staff.
All right. So I need Jeff. Are you able to read the bottom?
Don't hold your
Because
breath, Brian.
the bottom is important. Can you read that? If you can't, I will.
Yeah, I can read it.
All right. Can you read the top first, then the bottom?
Yeah. But the best residue is the words of our forefathers. The red in the American flag is the same red used in Britain flag and red coats. Confederation chose these same colors for the Great Seal of the United States and listed their meaning as follows: red valor, and is that hardiness?
Yeah.
White, purity and innocence. Blue, vigilance, perseverance, and justice. According to legend, George Washington interpreted the elements of the flag this way: the stars were taken from the sky, the red from British colors, and the white stripes signified the secession from the home country.
So for those of you who are watching who haven't answered, who remember 2 or 3, does that red from Britain look anything like the red of the flag? Because it does not to me. That looks much darker than the red it's supposed to be. The red that George Washington said it was. And no, the colors were never changed. Same red colors. Brian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to look at
Oh. I'm gonna have to leave a minute. I have to well, Jeff's reading. It's okay. I have to log Joey out. I'm gonna mute for a minute.
All right.
Okay.
But if we compare the official colors of Britain, they are brighter than the USA red, just like I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's Trump hugging the floor.
It's exactly what a president should do.
Yeah, and it's the same color.
Oh.
Oh, guys, so I did a dark red border for the current reality flag. There's 2 of them, and then a lighter red for the red and blue that we remember. So you're going to see dark red, light red, light red. So you can match up the stripes. So we're looking at the darker red right now. There is a light blue there though, but it's mostly
it
dark
does
red.
look off. Like if you look at the flags that are surrounding Trump right there,
Mm-hmm.
in the lower right,
Yep.
there's a deep red.
Yeah, they're deep. It's not right. So here's residue of what I remember. Now I'm going to be gone until 11:59 because I have to clock him out at 11:59. So I'm here, but I'm muted.
Hey guys, get a load of the red bar flags on those chairs.
Yeah,
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah, there might be some red bar residue I forgot to highlight.
Oh, not to mention the British flag residue right there. You see that in the lower left?
Yes.
And the stars on top of the shield, if you go back and look at it.
That's the thing. Oh, the stars on top of the shield. Yeah, I see that. Didn't was it Rocky Balboa that wore the American flag like for his boxers? Like when he was boxing
Yes.
in
Yes.
Yeah.
The second one.
Rocky 4? Was it Rocky 4?
Or it may have been 4, yeah. That was the second.
Yeah, he fought the Russian guy, Dragov.
Maybe that's residue. I mean, it looks like the ones that he's wearing are a brighter red. You know.
Yeah, that man there with the glasses.
I thought he started wearing the shorts after Apollo Creed died. Which one did Apollo Creed die?
That was Rocky 4.
Oh, okay.
I still think the flag looks off with that white stripe below the blue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it used to be red?
It used to be red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
All right, that's it for the flag one. I don't know if they still teach that stuff in school, but like we used to sing like "You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag," you know that one?
Yeah.
And we do a lot of flag songs, and we did the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. You know, I don't know if they're still
Yeah, I
doing
remember that.
I wonder if they're still doing
Hand
that.
over the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was over the right side of the chest, right, for the heart.
Yeah,
The
when you put
left
your hand
side.
over your heart.
It was the left side.
I mean, the left side. No, yeah, left side. I'm sorry.
Now it's in the middle? No.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, now it's in the middle.
All right, the next one here is credit goes to Teresa Lynch on this one. Tom, do you want to read this one?
Yeah, this one's crazy,
sure.
Tom. Let's read it.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay.
Okay. In The Simpsons intro, Lisa is shown playing her saxophone in music class and getting kicked out for being extra playing the theme song. What color or colors is Lisa's saxophone in the intros?
I would think it's just a normal kind of brass looking color.
That's what I thought. Gold.
Let's see what the chat says. And in the meantime, can Brian and Jeff and Tom and Anita, can you please just put a comment in my chat? Can you go over to my channel and put a comment in my chat so I can? There's a new moderator status, and you guys should have the higher moderator statuses. I need you guys to make a comment so I can do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I gotta mute it.
Well, Brian, that's not going to work. You're logging in as me.
What should I
later.
say?
Later we'll do it if you can't do it right now.
All right, what do you want me to say?
Just hi. Doesn't matter. Hi. Hello. Doesn't matter.
There, I said something as you.
Yeah, I know, but I need it as you. I can't moderate myself. So I'm saying we'll do it later.
Okay, we got Mr. Super Sidewinder says brass. It's blue now in the intro. General Sorrel says I was going to say blue, but I was trying to recall.
Jeff, can you write something else to see if it's different looking?
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, guys.
Yeah, so you're telling me it's a blue saxophone now?
Hi, Jency. No, we're gonna get to that.
All right.
Okay.
Tom?
Yeah. Not that you've told me the color you remember. Do you remember her saxophone ever changing colors?
You mean like during the episode? I guess I assume she's talking about with different episodes.
Oh, I'm gonna get into it. Don't worry.
I don't want to get copyright.
Yeah, you can stop it now.
Okay.
It's just the point. I want you to see that it's not just like someone drew on it. I want you to see its video.
Okay, you're telling me season 1 through 19 has that weird blue color?
Yes. 1 through 19 is a silvery blue-green color with purple. Get out of here.
No, get at no.
Never.
It was just a
That was
regular.
never like
No.
that. No way.
No way.
We got a definite change there.
It looks like
yeah.
an alien. I mean, it looks very alien to me.
So Teresa
Yeah,
found
that's
that
not
yesterday.
That's a great find.
No.
Definitely
Hats
a
off
great
to
find.
Teresa.
I mean, this right here is Moneybags worthy. Moneybag 73 should do a video on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Teresa found it.
I know. Make sure we give credit to Teresa.
Yeah,
Lynn.
Yes.
Make sure Teresa has this one. This is a rare find.
Now, season
Okay.
20. That's what I remember. What she has there in season 20. That's what I remember it always being. It was never any different ever.
I agree.
You ready? I'll read.
Oh wait, Analog Line says Brian Staveley covered this.
Really?
This is why Brian Staveley needs to leave this stuff up on his channel.
He can't. They keep on taking him down.
Oh, it's not his fault. Okay, Brian, sorry. But that's the thing. We searched and we didn't find it.
But he has all his stuff on other platforms.
Yeah, obviously YouTube is the only one that really trips on copyrights like they do.
It's ridiculous. Hi,
It
Deborah.
is.
There's so many people popping in my chat now, Brian.
Well, how many subscribers you got now, Sandy?
Right now, 506.
You're getting closer to 1,000.
Yeah, only 494 to go.
Yeah, it's
We're
kind of like
halfway there.
when when it's your birthday, it's like the day after you're like, okay, well, it's only 364 more days until my next birthday.
And that's less than 90 subscribers.
Hey, Tom, you want to read it?
Yeah, sure. Because until 2009, her saxophone was silver LT, blue with purple accents. We just remember yellow for brass, which was not used until 2009. Do you remember this?
Not at all.
Heck to the no.
No way, Ray.
Oh, there you are. I just saw that Anita commented. I gotta fix her.
Now they're explaining it in the R. Simpsons.
And there was also a purple one and a pure silver one, but I explained to Teresa I needed the video because anyone can color them any color. The video
Right.
shows it's always been that blue color with the purple circles. So, but Teresa found other people talking about it, like on non-Mandela effect websites and message boards. Hey, Philo.
Hey, Philo.
Analog Line jumped in. Mr. Super Sidewinder. Said Gency. Crypnotic jumped in.
Yes. So, Tom, you want to read this?
Yeah. Why was Lisa Simpson's saxophone in the original intros blue? I never seen a blue saxophone in my life. Need me read anything else?
It's basically what they're saying is it's because Lisa was yellow they chose to make it a different color. Which doesn't make any sense because in season 20, Lisa is still yellow. And they made it
Yeah.
yellow.
That's
They
a
made it
poor
brass,
man
yeah.
excuse.
That is a man's excuse if I've ever heard one, yes. Hey, Shelby. So I can't say this is residue because it is brass now. It is gold, like a yellow color now. It's hard to find residue when they go and change it to what it is, what we remember. And that's what they did in 2009. Hey, Parody Bear.
Okay, this next one, I guess, is dealing with beauty trends.
Oh, yeah, this one.
All right, did you want to read this one, Mom?
Beauty.
Yes. Okay. I want to discuss some related beauty trends from the 1910s and 2010 that I've never seen before. I'm going to let you decide if these are Emmys or not. I've seen many films from this era in a film history class I took, as well as photos and art from art history classes and Emmy research. So I find it very strange. I've never seen this trend before. Have you ever heard of beaded lashes?
So,
No.
yes or no in the
No,
chat, everyone.
absolutely not.
Yes or
No,
no
it's
in the
crazy.
chat, everyone.
No.
Man, that's
no.
like gothic. If you want to look at it like that, it's kind of gothic looking.
Anybody remember Twiggy? She had big
She
lashes.
would she would put 3 layers of eyelashes on, and she would use eyeliner to draw eyelashes on the bottom, on her
Yeah,
bottom lash.
but she didn't have beads on it.
No,
On her.
no beads. I don't remember beads.
Mm-mm.
So what's the chat saying, Brian?
Okay, so let's see. Parody Bear says no. Frank Nunez, no. Shelby Norwood, nope. Mr. Super Sidewinder, 24 karat gold. Let's see. General Sorrow, no. But I'm sure beaded eyelashes are coming. Gen Z says no. Adam for Christ, I'm not sure. General Sorrow looks like art decor.
Well, this is actually a painting, and it is Art Deco, but you'll see. You're going to see real stuff in a minute. Philo says, well, first of all, you don't have to apologize for having the current memory, Philo. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She says, sorta. My mom grew up in the 1960s, and she did wear jeweled strips that were worn above falsies. Right, but I'm talking about in the 1910s specifically. beaded lashes.
Mm-mm.
Deborah's a no as well. So here's the makeup from the 1910s. Go ahead, Anita.
Okay. And there were even a product by Max Factor, which made it easier for performers and everyday women to bead their lashes. But that's not all.
So here, the top left, go back for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The top left is the woman applying beads to her lashes using the one on the right, and the one on the bottom was used by the girl on the next page, the girl from the Marilyn Monroe lipstick. So you can go to the next slide, Brian.
Mm.
The Marilyn Monroe girl is the top left picture. And she used the old Max Factor Supreme cosmetic for beaded eyelashes to bead her eyelashes, top and bottom. Here's another woman applying them. They used to use this stove, cosmetic stove, to heat it up so that they'd stick. But they'd also burn them in a spoon.
It just
Weird.
seems like way too much trouble for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much makeup.
I mean,
We're going to get to that file, though. Don't worry.
But how did they get the beads on there? It's like,
They melt and stick to your eyelashes.
how do you get them off?
I have no idea. But now you don't have to worry about it. Now you can just buy eyelashes like that and stick the fake eyelash on with the beads.
But I wouldn't even want that on me.
Exactly.
It
It's going to get worse.
Looks like an insect on there.
We're not done. There's more. Philo hinted towards it. The 2010s.
And then you go out in the rain, it gets all in your eyes.
That's what looks like it's happening to the girl on the bottom right.
Yeah, see? She's crying.
So on the bottom left, it says black beading. It's how they would do a woman up for a movie versus television back in the 1910s and 20s. So at the top left, on the top, that is a fake. Oh no, you can go, Brian. I was talking about the new picture. On the top, we have a fake eyelash that you can buy now with the beads already attached. You have to worry about removing them. And it says here, in the days before widespread adoption of false eyelashes, many actresses, dancers, or others working in show business beaded their lashes to make them appear darker, fuller, and longer. Beading was cheaper than false eyelashes. The practice of eyelash beading persisted even after false eyelashes became commonplace and spread from the stage to the growing film industry until the arrival of the close-up put a damper on the technique. How far back the practice of beading extends is unknown. But it probably started at the introduction of grease paint in the later part of the 19th century.
Sorry, were you still reading from it?
No, that's it. That's all I needed to read.
Okay.
Now go on.
Yep.
I do not remember special lashes being a thing until at least the late 1960s or 70s. And even then, you only see them on models or actresses in magazines or the runway, not back in the 1920s. And I agree with that. I don't think women would do that.
Yet here we are. The words at the top are related to the images at the bottom. Platinum beaded and golden eyelashes. So the golden are on the woman on the left, the platinum beaded on the right. This article is from 1921. That's when these pictures are done.
I'm thinking
Now on the right is the 1960s. I just want to mention that. It's not the same time period. Go on, Anita.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe this happened during the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, it did, but it happened because of movies, and I don't remember this.
Well, they had very short hair like that.
Yep.
I'd have to revisit them, but I don't remember anything like beaded.
Or golden feathers.
Me in the chat.
Stop it. So here is someone applying more beads. Another close up. Gold added to the eyes.
Can you just
Again, top image is the 60s. Go ahead, Ryan.
can you guys just see like the salons being like jammed up with women trying to get these done?
No, they would do this at home.
Not this. I mean, this lady looks like she's getting it done professionally.
Yeah, she's probably getting it done professionally on a set or before a fashion show.
Oh, gotcha.
I've
You know,
seen that.
did you know that March is National Women's Month?
Yep.
This is the 2010s now, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember this either.
And speaking of special lashes, if we've been watching beauty YouTubers since 2011, I have never ever seen this trend off of a catwalk or editorial page. Yet they are claiming this was a thing in the 2010s. And I don't remember it either. Do you?
Yeah, let's just say I don't remember this, not I do remember this. I think auto-corrected. So, guys, you remember this being a trend in the 2010s?
No.
Because I do not.
And this person doesn't need to have those eyelashes. This person has enough problems. They don't need to be having those lashes.
It's going to get worse. Next picture.
Are you kidding me?
Look at this. I don't even remember seeing this in magazines. I have to be honest
Look
with
at
you.
the bottom right. Oh my
Yeah, bottom
God.
right, you can't even see their eyes.
They
It's
probably
so
can't
stupid. Especially that last
Wait,
one.
hold on, is that a dude or is that a guy?
see. I have no idea.
It looks
I
like
don't think so. No, the nose, everything looks.
I mean,
It
it
looks
looks like a dude. I'm sorry, the one on the bottom right.
Yeah. It looks like his eyes
two
are
birds.
growing hair.
Yeah. Looks like two birds landed in his eyes.
Mhm.
Or he's growing weeds in his eyes.
Black ones.
Man, did you put that in there as a joke?
No, I wish I did. That top left one's on the red carpet.
Oh, Lord help. Now, the one on the right is not too bad.
Just a
I could totally
peacock.
see Lady Gaga dressing up like this, doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But not anyone else.
Or Madonna. Madonna.
Yeah.
Well, Lady Gaga is like the modern day Madonna.
Again, I just find it odd that I've never seen these trends despite the research I've done, the history I've been taught, and all the media I've seen over the decades. So, what do you think? Are these new for you, too?
Yeah, I just assume that I've seen women do like really nice eyeliners and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not this other eyelash stuff. I've seen them put regular extensions on. It's just weird, guys.
The
Very
one
weird for
on
me too.
the top left is really weird.
Mm-hmm. They're all really weird to me.
Yeah.
They were not part of my past.
Seems like pretty far to go just to look ugly.
Hey, Sandy,
Yes.
You didn't talk about my thing that we're going to talk about tonight.
I thought we were waiting for the right before it happens.
Oh, we're not talking about it before?
No, we're gonna have a show on the 18th. I thought we were gonna do it on the 18th.
Oh, well, that's fine. Will you remember?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Let's see. Who hasn't read in a while?
Me.
Sandy, you want to read this one then?
Is it the last one already?
Yeah.
Oh
We're
my
on the last
goodness.
one.
All right. Well, this is a long one, so.
All right. Well,
I
if you
have
want to divide, listen, if you want to divide it in half, Sandy, I'll take the other half of it.
Okay. I have a couple questions to ask related to the Flintstones, and it's out of order. So when it says question one, it's actually the end of the presentation. I made it out of order on purpose. So one of these changes includes a new variation to a Mandela effect I discovered back in 2019. Okay. Over the decades, the Flintstones were used to sell many products. For example, vitamins, beer, cigarettes, cereal, etc. The first possible new Mandela effect is a Flintstones branded product.
We should have thought of that.
Has anyone ever heard of or seen Fred Flintstone's Yabba Dabba Do, D-E-W, juice cans or juice mix powders?
Heck no.
No.
Tom?
It sounds like Mountain Dew.
It spelled like Mountain Dew. Is Tom still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just fake.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard
All
of this?
No.
Tom,
Yes.
you ever heard of it?
He's thinking.
I've already covered that, Super Mario.
What's
about
that?
2 years ago.
Sandy,
Pebbles
what's
and
that?
Bam Bam getting married. The Pebbles being born episode that I don't remember. I've covered. This is like the 6th time I'm covering the Flintstones. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but it used to be the Flintstones, then it went to the Flint. Well, no, it was Flintstones, then it went to Flint, and then back to Flint.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't remember the one with Pebbles being born, Sandy?
I don't.
I do.
I know you do, which is why you have the current memory on the other thing we're talking about tonight.
Yeah,
But
but not
Tom
this.
does.
I
Related.
don't remember the juice.
But you don't remember the juice. No. But the other
No.
thing you do,
Yeah.
probably because you remember the other episode that I don't remember as well. So we're going to go on.
You guys remember those Smuckers?
Mm.
Yes.
The jams and jellies they used to put like
You can still get them in
cartoon
diners
characters.
everywhere.
What?
Yes. Yes, the jars, yes.
Yeah. Mom, didn't you used to collect those?
Yes, I wish I could have held on to them. They're worth money right now. We had the Flintstones.
Yeah, they had the Flintstones on there.
Yeah.
Philo says, funny, I was going to spell do as D-E-W. No way. Would have been a great thing.
Wow, I'm thirsty. Well, you know what to do. Get yourself a glass of Yabba Dabba Doo. It's a new fruit drink.
It's really new.
So when you're thirsty, remember new Yabba Dabba Doo.
Evie would love that.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
So the dates are unclear, but it's estimated to have been on the market in the late 1970s through the late 1980s, aka my childhood years, when I should have seen this, but I've never seen it before.
I've never seen it in my life. And
Me.
And I
yeah,
never gave it.
they would have shown it on the commercial for Flintstones.
Yeah.
I don't think it was regional. That ad that you see in the top right, that was in Women's Day. Or was it Good Housekeeping? It might have been Good Housekeeping. It was one of them.
Probably Good Housekeeping, yeah, back then.
Probably Good Housekeeping, yeah.
He had an official drink stand too. Go with it.
I'm suspicious this could be a Mandela effect, not only because of the time period it was sold, but also because there are tons of collectible products branded with this drink name, which were obtained through the mail with proof of purchase. So apparently a lot of people know about this. They had cups. I don't even know what that is. It's like a little
Yes.
statue that says Yabba Dabba Doo. You could
Yes,
get a whole drink stand.
Unbelievable.
Do you guys remember those cereal boxes? You had to send in 2 proofs of purchases to get any of those rewards. That was after years
Yeah.
before that, you could reach into the cereal and dig out the toy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but what I'm saying is like people actually got the product, so it's like people know about this, but I've never heard of it. And then in the 90s, they again had a branded juice, but this time Dew was switched to the correct spelling, DOO. And instead of powder or cans, they were sold in juice boxes. Does anyone remember these? Because I don't even remember these.
No.
Now, who did this? Was this High C?
It doesn't say. It just says Yabba Dabba Doo. We were looking at what it says. I couldn't find many images of it.
Well, do you remember? I remember High C had those Ghostbusters drinks.
Oh no, this is not like Kool-Aid or High C. This was like its own thing, like Flintstones juice boxes.
Yeah, it's their own thing. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I loved Ecto Cooler too.
Me too.
Yeah, Ecto Cooler was my favorite.
And I would have bought
Mandarin
these.
orange.
I would have bought these drinks if they were my reality.
Do they still sell Ecto Cooler, or is it gone?
They brought it back, but I don't know if it's still around. I think they only brought it back in 2016 with the release of the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The variation and changes. You want me to read, Sandy?
Yeah, you can take over, Brian.
The variation and new changes all concern Bam Bam, which that spelling has changed to 2 M's and 4 M's really. So to start things off, I will be asking about the original Mandela effect I found in 2019. So which color club do you recall Bam Bam carrying? Was it orange, green, or brown?
So not what you know it is now. What do you remember it being? You can say 1, 2, 3, or the color. Doesn't matter.
Hey, Super Mario Brothers 3 says Brian McFarlane, Looney Tunes had a fruit drink who had fruit drinks too in the 90s. Or the 80s. 80s.
So Jency says brown. Mr. Super Sidewinder is brown. Recto.
Recto Cooler.
Shelby says brown. General Sorrow says brown. Jency says brown. And Jency remembers Bam Bam like we all do. Philo says must be 1. 1 isn't green.
I'll take a 1.
Oh, the green one? Is that what you meant? Ben Welsh is green. Adam for Christ is brown. Bam Bam for General Sorrow also. Brown for High Pockets. Noise Guru says 1. I'm not saying it.
Green?
Well, anyway, in my past, the club was only brown. But 90% of the time, the club is now green. But
And multiple colors of green at
the
that.
club can sometimes be orange too.
Or yellow. Yellowy orange.
There were 0 orange clubs when I originally researched this change. Wow.
And you can see it next to the brown tree that it used to be. That's the color it used to be, is the tree.
Yeah, I have a Sandy. Why does he have white hair? I thought it was gold.
That's an older Mandela effect. Some people remember gold hair, and I remember the white. But a lot of people remember gold.
I remember the white.
Always white.
I will say, Brian,
Yeah.
Brian, if you zoom in on the one with the tree, that's yellow hair. Zoom in.
It does look yellow, yeah.
It is yellow.
Yellow.
Anyway, a
bonus-
minor change has also happened to Bam Bam, but it's a 100% change, so I decided to ask anyway. What do you remember on the top of Bam Bam's hat? Was it nothing, 2, a white puffball, or 3, an orange puffball?
So, guys, in the chat, A, B, or C. I don't know why I wrote 1, 2, 3. A, B, or C in the chat. What do you remember? Nothing for A. B is white puffball, and C is orange puffball.
1 for me.
Nothing. Well, it couldn't be a white one because his hat looks white.
Gen C says 3.
3, yeah. That's what I say.
You remember orange puffball?
Yes.
Philo is a B. The white puffball. Brian and Jeff, you guys want to chime in? I don't know if Tom is
I've
still with us.
already said mine. Mine's A.
You're A. Analog Lime is A. I can't see your chat, Brian. So I don't know if there's
Okay,
more people answering.
DD74 is A. Philifire says B. Analog Lime says A. Any other answers? We have Tony with an A.
General Sorrow with an A. And also, oh no, General Sorrow says, didn't even notice his hat, but 1 feels right though.
So I remember thinking the white puffball was just part of his hair, and then one day realizing it was just a white puffball. So it's possible that he had nothing, and it changed to a white puffball years ago for me. But in the cartoon, and the majority of officially branded products, the puffball is orange now. This doesn't match my memory at all. He was just it had just a plain hat to me.
The orange puffball looks so wrong to me.
Yeah, it does. I've also found a few residues of black puffballs, which I'm showing just in case some of you remember that anyway. Finally, I have another question that may not be an ME, but it's so bizarre that I suspect that it may be. Question 1. In your past, was Bam Bam the adopted or biological son of Barney and Betty?
I would like the panel to not answer yet. I want the chat to answer first. In your
past. Go ahead. You want to ask it, Sandy?
Yeah, guys. So, adopted or biological son? Which one? Jency is guessing adopted. Philo never knew. Mr. Super Sidewinder adopted.
He kind of looks like Betty though.
Analog Lime is biological. Crypnotic is adopted. He was left on Betty and Barney's doorstep. High Pockets is adopted. General Sorrow is biological. This is a 50-50 split, and we see that a lot in the Mandela effect. That's why I want it. And even our panel is 50-50 split, I believe. So panel, what do you remember?
He's adopted.
Brian?
I'm going to say adopted.
That's not what you said before. All right, Brian's switching to adopted.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I think there was an episode where actually they found him in a basket or something like that. I'm trying to think.
Wait a minute. No, you're having the exact same memory as me. Read the next slide.
Adopted.
I have a vague memory of him being adopted, which he was, but he is not their biological son.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do not remember, in his introductory episode, including Barney and Betty upset that they are infertile, and 2, almost being denied custody of Bam Bam in family court. What? And 3, Barney almost jumping off a bridge thinking that he lost Bam Bam to the courts.
So stay here. In the chat, here's what I want you to write. Okay? 0 if you remember none of that. And if you remember any of this, write the numbers. So if you remember it all, write 1, 2, 3. If you just remember the first part, write 1. What do you remember? Do you remember none of this? One of these, 2 of these, or all of these? So analog lime is 0. High pockets is 0. Crypnotic remembers 2. 0 for Shelby. Brian, what's in your chat? Am I missing anyone?
Let's see. Analog Lime says 0. Vale Zaragelli says 0. Crypnotic says 2. General Sorrow says 0. DD74 says none of that backstory. Mr. Super Sidewinder says 2.
So the ones that said 2, do you remember 2 of these things or just number 2? I just want to make sure you understood what I said to write. I agree, Super Mario. I can't write that word, though. YouTube doesn't let us say it or show it. So I have to be careful what I wrote. Okay, so just number 2 for Crypnotic. He just remembers almost being denied custody of Bam Bam in family court.
Okay, do you remember this episode? An episode that talked about infertility, family court issues, and choosing not to breathe anymore? YouTube restrictions, sorry.
I have no memory of this, but I know Jeff remembers all of this.
Yep.
Jeff, you remember this?
Yeah, all of it. I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid and watched every episode over and over again. And I remember all of this very clearly. So it's not a change for me.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this or the episode where Pebbles was born and they were connected.
I don't remember it at all. I don't remember it at all. And like Barney's trying to
Kill himself.
End it right there. Yeah.
Mm.
It is possible I just missed this episode. Maybe they didn't air it as much. I just find it really strange because I do not remember cartoons tackling tough issues like this back then. What do you think, Emmy or no?
Well, Gen Z, this was like The Simpsons. Kids watched it, but it was intended for adults. But again, I still don't remember cartoons back then, whether they be for adults or not, tackling real life issues like this.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
Especially so many in one episode.
That was one of the things about the Flintstones, though. It was the first to do all these things.
Yeah, but in my past, it didn't happen for like 30 more years. So it was just this one episode and then never again for 30 years.
Pretty
See what I'm
much. Yeah.
That doesn't seem off to you?
No, because I remember it.
Maybe parents complained back then. Like,
no, because it was a primetime show for adults. It didn't become a kids show until years later.
But like I said, so is The Simpsons and American Dad and Family Guy, and kids still watch it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another
So
good
South
point.
Park.
They advertised Winston cigarettes during the show.
They advertised cigarettes on every show. It was legal back then.
Yeah, you're talking about back in the 50s?
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah, the 60s.
Oh,
actually, even
And
to the
50s,
70s.
yeah.
That's a Mandela effect for me. Because I remember cigarette commercials, and I've covered this before. And now cigarette commercials were banned like when I was too young to remember. Hold on, let me find out what year it was.
71.
Yeah, 71. And I remember cigarette commercials on television. And I wasn't born until 76. So in my past, they were playing until the early 80s.
Oh,
and
my
now
God.
they were banned in the 70s.
You're right. I
know.
remember that too.
Yeah. So I covered that like 3 years ago.
Yeah. That's when also they banned smoking in restaurants. Remember there was smoking restaurants and bowling alleys?
Oh no, that's regional. Each state had their own laws.
I remember
We
you had
just
to ask.
banned cigarettes in the early 2000s here. As a matter of
Mhm.
fact, you can still smoke in bars in Philadelphia. It's just that you can't smoke in bars that serve food. If they just serve alcohol, I think they're allowed it's a certain ratio of food to drinks.
Mm.
If they serve like 10% or less of food, like maybe they just have wings or something like that, you
Mm.
are still allowed to smoke inside. Or they may have just changed it in the last 5 years. I don't go to bars anymore, but 5 years ago, I know you could go into a bar and smoke. There's a bar a few blocks away from me that only has like peanuts and pretzels. And the bar a few blocks away from me, you could smoke in 5 years ago.
Anybody have any closing comments before we go?
And, oh, well, you want to show the Hebrews thing one more time?
Yeah, I'll share that one more time, guys.
I'm checking to see. Smokers are lucky in Philadelphia. The city banned smoking at restaurants and bars about 9 years ago, but the edict didn't completely prevent Philly residents from getting their nicotine fix inside a bar. So this is in 2016. It says 45 bars where you can still smoke. And again, it's that food. And apparently, Pennsylvania is one of 10 states that did not fully ban smoking in bars. And that was in 2020. So it all depends on the state you're in and the city you're in, whether or not it's fully banned.
In New York, you couldn't
Yeah, I believe it.
because of the Smoke Free Air Act, which came
That's what,
into effect in
yeah,
2003.
yep. Same act here, except they changed it. You know, they said, well, if you don't serve a ton of food, you're mainly for drinking. You can have smoke.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
New
So
York, 10th anniversary smoking ban.
oh wow. So guys, if you missed last week's show, Hebrew was here, and his brother-in-law recently passed away, leaving behind 3 children, two of which are still teenagers. And they also lost their mother in 2019. She was murdered. So they are effectively orphans being raised by non-blood relatives. They are doing a GoFundMe for the kids. And we know times are really tough right now. If you can't donate, please at least share it. Brian, can you put a link in the chat since it goes in both chats?
Yeah, I
Please.
will.
Thank you. And it will also be in the descriptions, but the kids need your help. The GoFundMe isn't for Hebrew. It's not for them. It's for those kids, so that, you know, they can pay for the people raising them can help pay for their college. One of them's in high school for clothes, food, that sort of thing. Until they can get on their own feet, you know. We can all say that, 18, you're an adult, but we all know that a lot of kids are living at home through their 20s now. At least till college is over at 22, so.
I just posted it. It's a short URL.at/IOQ big Q big X.
So
Right there.
again, if you can't donate, please just share it. That way, as many people see it as possible.
Yeah, I type it in there. It is a very long address to type in. So
Hey Brian, can you send me that link? I'll put it in my chat. I can't copy it from the chat. It just gives me the option to report or block.
Okay.
Thank you.
I sent it. No problem. Anybody else have any closing comments?
Anyone? I know I'm
I
good.
want to thank everyone for being here. Jeff, thank you as always. Sandy, thank you for putting everything together, and my mom for being here too. And Tom, I know Tom had to step out. He's on that. He's on Eastern time zone. So yeah, we appreciate everybody being here, and you all in our audience. Thank you so much. You know, you are a big part of this show, so we appreciate your full participation in this. And a lot of the questions that we ask, you know, are it's important. You know, we get to find out if you guys are affected also, so that helps us out. You know.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Yep.
I'm writing at the same time. So I guess we'll see you next week.
All right, we'll see everybody next week. Have a great Mandela Effect night, and God bless everyone.
Have a great night, everyone.
Great night. Bye.
Good night, everyone.